Why did Penelope hold the bow contest? The Odyssey explained. Warning, this video contains spoilers for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, Homer's The Odyssey, and Greek mythology. As the Odyssey reaches its unforgettable climax, Queen Penelope announces a challenge that changes everything. Any man who can string Odysseus' legendary bow and shoot an arrow through the holes of 12 axe heads will become her new husband. The suitors eagerly accept the challenge. After all, they are powerful warriors who have spent years believing the throne of Ithaca already belongs to them. But one by one, every single man fails. Then an old beggar quietly steps forward. Within moments, he strings the bow with ease and accomplishes the impossible. That beggar is Odysseus. This unforgettable scene raises one of the biggest questions in the entire story. Why did Penelope hold the bow contest in the first place? Did she truly intend to choose a new husband? Did she secretly know Odysseus had returned? Or was the contest itself a clever plan to expose the truth? The answer reveals just how intelligent Penelope really was. Let's explain. By the time the bow contest takes place, Odysseus has been gone for nearly 20 years. 10 years were spent fighting in the Trojan War. Another 10 years were spent trying to return home. During all that time, nobody in Ithaca knew whether he was alive or dead. Most people believed he would never return. The only person who refused to give up hope was Penelope. For 2 decades, she protected the kingdom the only way she could. Not with armies or weapons, but with patience, intelligence, and determination. Meanwhile, more than 100 suitors moved into the royal palace. They ate the kingdom's food. They spent its wealth. They insulted the servants. They pressured Penelope every single day to choose a new husband. Their goal was simple. Whoever married Penelope would become the next king of Ithaca. Penelope understood exactly what that meant. If she made the wrong decision, everything Odysseus had built would disappear forever. That is why she delayed them for years. Her most famous trick became legendary. She promised to choose a husband after finishing a funeral shroud for Odysseus' father Laertes. Every day she worked on the cloth where everyone could see her. Every night she secretly unraveled everything she had woven. The deception continued for 3 years before one of her servants revealed the truth. Even after her secret was exposed, Penelope continued searching for ways to delay the marriage. Eventually, she realized she could not postpone the decision forever. The pressure from the suitors had become impossible to ignore. That is when she announced the bow contest. On the surface, it looked like a fair competition. Whoever could string Odysseus' bow and shoot an arrow through 12 axe heads would win her hand in marriage. But many scholars believe Penelope chose this challenge because she already knew the answer. Odysseus' bow was unlike any ordinary weapon. It had belonged to one of the greatest archers in Greece before being given to Odysseus. For years, Odysseus had mastered every detail of using it. He knew exactly how to bend it. He knew how much strength it required. He understood its balance better than anyone alive. Penelope knew that too. She had watched her husband use that bow for years before he left for Troy. She knew how difficult it was. She also knew that none of the suitors had ever managed to use it. That has led many readers to believe the contest was never really about choosing a husband. It was about creating a challenge that only Odysseus could complete. There is another fascinating possibility. Some scholars believe Penelope already suspected that the mysterious beggar inside the palace was actually Odysseus. By this point in the story, several unusual events had taken place. The beggar spoke with unusual confidence. He knew details about Odysseus that very few people could have known. He behaved more like a king than a wandering traveler. Although Homer never says that Penelope fully recognized him, he leaves enough clues to suggest she may have begun to suspect the truth. If that is true, then the bow contest becomes even more brilliant. Instead of openly revealing her suspicions, Penelope creates the perfect opportunity for Odysseus to reveal himself. If the beggar truly is her husband, he will succeed. If he is not, the contest changes nothing. Either way, Penelope protects herself without taking unnecessary risks. Whether she knew his identity or not, one fact remains certain. The contest was designed around Odysseus. The suitors believed it was a contest of strength. Penelope understood it was a test of identity. One after another, the suitors failed. Some strained with all their strength. Others tried warming the bow over a fire. Some rubbed it with oil, hoping it would become easier to bend. Nothing worked. Their confidence slowly turned into embarrassment. Then the old beggar asked for a chance. The suitors laughed. To them, the request seemed ridiculous. If the greatest warriors in Ithaca could not even string the bow, how could an elderly traveler possibly succeed? But the audience already knew something they did not. The beggar was Odysseus. Calmly, he picked up the bow. He examined it carefully, almost as if greeting an old friend after many years apart. With one smooth movement, he bent the bow and attached the string. There was no struggle, no hesitation, no sign of effort. He then placed an arrow on the string and aimed toward the 12 axe heads. The arrow passed perfectly through every single one. At that moment, everyone in the hall understood the truth. The rightful king of Ithaca had returned. The bow contest was never simply about finding a husband. It became the moment when justice returned to the kingdom. It exposed the arrogance of the suitors. It proved that no one could replace Odysseus. Most importantly, it reminded everyone that true leadership cannot be stolen. It must be earned. Penelope's intelligence is often overshadowed by Odysseus' adventures, but this scene proves she is every bit as clever as her husband. While Odysseus survived monsters and gods through strategy, Penelope defended Ithaca using patience, wisdom, and extraordinary self-control. Together, they represent one of the greatest partnerships in all of Greek mythology. So why did Penelope hold the bow contest? Because it was the only challenge that could reveal the truth without placing herself or her kingdom in greater danger. Whether she secretly recognized Odysseus or simply trusted fate, the result was the same. The contest became the final test that only the true king of Ithaca could pass. What do you think? Did Penelope already know the beggar was Odysseus before the contest began? Or do you believe she placed her faith in destiny and hoped the challenge would reveal the rightful king? I would also love to hear your opinion on one more question. Do you think Penelope was just as intelligent as Odysseus? And is she one of the most underrated characters in all of Greek mythology? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more The Odyssey Explained videos, Greek mythology stories, hidden details, character analysis, and Christopher Nolan breakdowns. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.